In the early days of YouTube, there existed a small online group that harassed and tormented the individuals they targeted online. They followed no rules, had no morals, and as you're about to see, no limits for their brutal and unrelenting harassment towards not only completely innocent people, but their families too. The group primarily targeted teenage girls, commenting under their victims' channels or videos dedicated to already deceased victims. They called themselves the Wack Pack. The group named themselves after the Wack Pack on The Howard Stern Show, which consisted of memorable and entertaining guests that would come on, including Beetlejuice, whom I'm sure most of you know. For clarity, from here on out when I say Wack Pack, I'm solely referring to the YouTube group and not the Howard Stern one. The Wack Pack was primarily active on YouTube in various communities where they would troll and own others, the most documented case online being Colossal Carnage 08.
Hello, Merry Christmas guys. I wanted to just quickly wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I hope you're all well and happy.
Colossal Carnage 08, also known as Chloe Shaw, was a 17-year-old YouTuber who uploaded videos of herself doing various things. She would tell stories of people she knew, put on goth makeup, or just talk about random topics she found interesting at the time. She was enthusiastic and clearly had fun making these videos, which garnered her fans, and in under a year, she gained 1,000 subscribers. Remember, this was back in 2009 and 2010, when YouTube was a significantly smaller platform. 1,000 subscribers was huge for the time. While she had many fans supporting her and her videos, she also had captured the attention of online trolls and people who commented under her videos just to spew hate. One name that persisted throughout the comments under her videos was Brentzy. Now, Brentzy was the leader and presumed founder of the Wack Pack group on YouTube. Under the videos on Chloe's channel, the comments calling Brentzy out are almost all very aggressive, likely meaning that the original comments from Brentzy that are now deleted had to have been so vile they caused fans or even just normal people to respond in that way. Chloe turned off comments on most of her videos after receiving constant hate from people, especially the Wack Pack, but she always kept the attitude of the haters, or at least that's what she showed online. On May 2nd of 2010, Colossal Carnage 08, or Chloe, would upload her final video. Titled Pow, she thanked her fans and new subscribers, made jokes, and had the same bubbly personality common throughout her videos.
If I talk in a British accent or if I talk in an American accent? You confused right now? Gotta stop doing that. Anyway,
Later that same month, Chloe Shaw walked to a park in Solihull, Birmingham, where she committed suicide. She was soon found by a person walking their dog through that park. Chloe's mother and the rest of her friends and family put together tribute sites online to serve as a memorial for her. However, the same trolls that sent hate comments under Chloe's videos showed up on these sites to do the same exact thing. Chloe's mother saw all of it. One comment read, "Lol, she's dead. Ha ha ha, the bitch is dead." Her mother said that she felt assaulted. Understandably so. I mean, her teenage daughter just committed suicide, and soon after, people openly mocked and made fun of both her and Chloe. Quote, "It was like somebody punched me. I was winded. I felt sick. It's inhuman because the lack of empathy is astonishing." While the family of Chloe Shaw grieved the loss of their loved one, Brentzy, along with the rest of the Wack Pack, celebrated. One member of the group, Sir Owns a Lot, had a list on their profile with people they owned. At the top of that list is Colossal Carnage 08, parentheses, destroyed. The list contained over 100 people who had been owned, though only a few names had the added destroyed in parentheses. To be clear, I don't believe being on this list means the person passed away in every circumstance. While that could be the case, it could also mean they deleted their channel or something along those lines. We just don't know, considering Sir Owns a Lot never left a fucking codebook or something. At the bottom of Sir Owns a Lot's profile, he had a section titled Best Ownages, where he wrote about Chloe. Quote, Colossal Carnage 08, a British chick that had no real life friends, she killed herself, LOL. The only other person in the best ownages section is Bylil number 7. The description of it reads, a online dating freak of nature who loves watching anime and hitting on girls half his age on YouTube. The channel of Bylil number 7 mentions being against trolls, and the bio is, watch me, cause you thinking you got me in this hot seat. Okay, yeah, I'm done. I have no idea what happened with this person's channel and in what way they were affected by the Wack Pack. There's only this one screenshot on the Wayback Machine, and the only video still alive on YouTube mentioning the channel is just a troll video making fun of them. Now, the reasoning behind Chloe's decision to end her own life is still unknown. However, it is believed by many that the trolling and unrelenting hate comments under her post back then had some impact on why she did what she did, especially considering she was just a teenager. In the years after her death, the Wack Pack continued to comment under her videos. This screenshot was from the middle of 2013, 3 years after Chloe's death, and the comments they left were only a year prior. People took notice and rightfully called them out for it, but of course it didn't affect them. They'd continue to target others until the group's eventual removal from YouTube. Before we move on, I'd like to let the person who shined a light on this whole situation briefly talk about some of the Wack Pack's victims.
The Wack Pack primarily targeted teenage girls. Some of the more known victims include Tasha Lashia Marie Brewer, died in 2007, cause of death was a car crash. Taylor Elizabeth Donadio, died in 2012, cause of death was suicide. Alexis Pelkington, died in 2010, cause of death was suicide. Now this is only a chunk of the victims affected by the Wack Pack, and sadly there is many more out there who got lost to time.
One Wack Pack member who I believe to be the most vile by far is Simru Troll 2. Simru Troll 2's profile page had one picture of a young girl repeatedly placed all over the screen. It was posted and stayed up for at least a month on YouTube, so while they aren't graphic, I feel extremely uncomfortable showing the page, especially considering this fucking goblin's bio. In it, he openly calls himself a pedophile, while he defends it in disgusting and disturbing ways that I don't even want to talk about. Under his recent activity, it shows him commenting about what you'd expect from someone like this under videos of young girls. Another member, Tatiana Sword, who happens to be Brentsy's cousin, had a comment left on their channel, mentioning CP. It implied that Tatiana Sword sent straight up CP to that person, and I highly doubt it was just some dark joke that the user commented, considering they had zero relation to the Wack Pack at all, and the channel of the commenter is just normal. Nothing troll related or anything like that, leading me to believe Tatiana Sword genuinely sent some horrific and illegal shit to random people. Luckily, around 2012 and 2013, all members of the Wack Pack had their channels terminated from YouTube after tons and tons of people began reporting them after they'd commented horrific things under videos of alive and or deceased individuals that were mostly children. However, there is one channel still alive to this day that was associated with the Wack Pack, Howard Stern. No, obviously not the real Howard Stern, just one individual who was a big fan of him, like many other members of the group. He hasn't posted any videos since 2010, and it's likely been abandoned way back in the day. Though we know this person, who I'll refer to as HS, was still active on the account up until at least 2012. We know this because in the comments under videos of both HS and someone else he knows, people will call him out on how he spoke about Amanda Todd. You're wrong for saying Amanda Todd should die. You mess with Amanda, you mess with me. She died because of you people. For those of you who don't know, Amanda Todd was a 15-year-old girl who was a victim of brutal harassment, bullying, and blackmail, which took place both online and in real life for years. She later committed suicide in the fall of 2012. The whole case was global news as it was the most severe and horrific case of internet bullying that had ever taken place. While his comments may or may not be out there, people calling HS out for taking part in the online harassment towards Amanda Todd is very much real. Years later, after the Wack Pack had been erased from YouTube, people on Reddit, 4chan, and other online sites began picking up the pieces of what was once the most disturbing troll group on YouTube. We still don't know everything. It's been close to 15 years since this all took place, and so much has been deleted, either by YouTube or by the Wack Pack themselves, trying to hide what they had done. Most of what is left is only archived on the Wayback Machine. Aside from scarce replies under videos of or by their victims, the majority of their online footprints from back in the day is now lost. After discovering the post by George, who spoke earlier in the video, I just had to talk about this. The Wack Pack was not just filled with your average edgy trolls. From the alive victims they targeted, at least 3 were alleged to have been depressed. This group pushed people to their limits, and it's genuinely disgusting. Once again, thank you to George for helping dig deep into this rabbit hole. If any of you watching have information on this group or anything at all you'd like to share, feel free to comment down below.
That's kind of it, really, and I'm going to answer all the questions tomorrow because it's bank holiday. So yes, this is Colossal Carnage Chloe saying hello and goodbye.